But today I'm going to unbox, set up and learn to weld on a MigForce flux core welder, gasless one. Right, it's a Draper MigForce 100 amp 230 volt gasless MIG welder. I bought it from eBay, brand new, for £90 I think it was. It's been in the shed for a while, but I've got some welding to do on a vehicle, so I'm going to unbox it and have a go at practicing some welds. I've also bought some welding gauntlets, several grinding and cutting discs for the metal, some spare tips, various grips, some corner magnets to hold it into place, the metals, various angled tin snips, and some spare spools of wire, and a magnetic clamp for the ground clamp to go on. Wire brush and chipping hammer that came in the box. So let's unbox it and have a look. In the box, set of instructions, a couple of spare fuses. We'll have a look at them in a bit. On the top, get the earth clamp and pull that handle. The handle I've already put on, screwed on. So let's get it out. That's the unit. Your on-off button, minimum, max. One's for power, one's for there's four settings. You got a minimum 1 and 2 and a maximum 1 and 2, and your wire feed settings there. In the top, you've got your spool for the wire and the wire feed part. So your wire reel goes on there and you feed it through there into there, and this is a tensioner. Also you get a reel of flux cord wire with it. And let's get it set up. You don't unclip the wire spool until you're ready to feed it through, because otherwise it will just unravel. Be very careful you hold the wire all the time because it will just unravel. And click the tensioner, feed the wire through. Just enough to get it going. Haven't done that too much, the wash will come off. Back on, clamp the wire in place. That's the wire installed. To feed the wire right through, switch her on. Hold your torch in the air. You should get the wire through. It's not working. Let's turn her off. See what happens now. See what's going on. It is feeding the wire. Just slowly turn the wire feed up. That's the wire feed through. Cut that off a minute. Right, to get the wire feed tensioner right, what you've got to do is adjust it so the wire comes out, hits your glove and bends, not stops. Let's give that a go. Perfect. Cut that off. From what I've seen, you want it about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch from the nozzle to start welding. Right, let's get some metal out and try it out. First, we're going to put on some safety gear. I'm going to put overalls over. You don't want to wear anything that, you know, is not work clothes and you're not worried about, because these spatter a lot and it will burn. I've also bought one of these, which is a solar powered welding helmet. It automatically shuts off as soon as the arc appears. It protects you from the UV light. Right, I'm particularly going to be welding thin steel on this, so 2mm. I need to look at the settings because it needs to be quite low power to do that, otherwise it will burn through. Right, I guess I'm just going to try it on the low setting and then go from there. This is what I'm going to practice welding on. 2mm steel. Just some plates that I bought cheap. Practice on, so I don't get burning holes in my vehicle that I'm going to weld. Press record on the camera. The wire's sticking on it. I don't think it's enough power. Has welded it, but there's a ball there and a bit of wire there. I think we need more power. So I've got it on minimum setting, power setting 2. Let's try again. Oh, I've got a nice little tack that side, but that side's not going so well. I think more power. Right, trial number 2. I've left a little gap there this time, in between the plates. See if I can fill that with weld. I've just been messing around with it for 40 minutes or so. Messing around with the settings there. A few times I've tried welding, not really any good. This is the last bit I did there. I had it too hot there, burnt a hole, bit spattery there, but that's the last bit I did. So I am getting the hang of it now, but it's not good enough to weld the vehicle yet. So keep trying for now. What I've seemed to notice is this 2mm plate is too thin to seam weld. So I'm simulating how I'm going to weld it on the vehicle, and I've stitch weld because it gets too hot and blows through if you just try and do a seam weld on it. So I did a stitch there, just to keep the plates together. And then I went back and did a stitch there, stitch there, stitch there, stitch there, stitch there, stitch there, and so on until it met in the middle, so the metal didn't get too hot and blow through. Now, it did blow through there and there. You can see on the back where it blew through, but I managed to fill that with weld. So if I get the grinder on that and sand that down, we should have a decent enough joint, and that would allow me to weld a new sill panel and a few patches on my motorhome, which I'm doing. That's it cleaned up a bit. The weld's all the way through. That's more than good enough for a vehicle once that's filled and sanded and painted. Well, that's my little journey with the Draper MiG 100. For the money, it's a good little welder. It takes a bit of fiddling around to get to know how it works, the settings and the tension on the wire. But yeah, well worth the money. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. I have several more projects going on in this shed. Give it a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.